Hey guys, this is Ricky with Sonic Electronics, here to help you understand a little bit more about subwoofers and their differences when it comes to size. In this video, we'll discuss the major factors you want to consider before deciding which subwoofer you're going to put in your vehicle. To understand how each size subwoofer will work in your application, it's important to understand the basic characteristics of each size. The general rule of thumb is that the larger the surface area of the subwoofer cone, the more air it can displace, and therefore the louder it is. If you're planning on building an SPL, or sound pressure level system, the bigger the cone, the better, because you're going to want to maximize your output. At the same time, larger subwoofer cones are more difficult to control and require bigger, higher powered motor structures. Smaller subwoofers like 6.5-inch to 8-inch models tend to produce tight, punchy bass, but lack the deep, low-end rumble of larger subs. An 8-inch subwoofer would usually be better suited for fast, repetitive type bass notes, such as rock, country, or even pop. 10-inch and 12-inch are the most popular sizes, as they offer a balance of responsiveness and low-end extension, resulting in a nice jack-of-all-trades sound. 10-inch models are a bit punchier and more responsive than 12s, and are therefore favored for metal and rock applications. 12-inch subs perform relatively honestly on any type of music, but may be favored by fans of rap, R&B, pop, blues, and jazz. Large 15-inch or 18-inch subs excel at hitting those low bass notes, but don't offer the tight responsiveness of smaller models. This can be especially noticeable on fast, repetitive bass notes, where the subwoofer somewhat lags behind the rest of the music. These subwoofers work best with rap, R&B, and slower bass-heavy electronic music, like dubstep. Although certain subwoofers may be optimized more for different music, they all can perform pretty well all around in the right box. The enclosure that you end up choosing impacts the performance of your bass in a huge way, so designing the optimal enclosure for your subwoofer and your listening preferences is a very important step. Having a limited amount of space in your vehicle doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing. An 8-inch or 10-inch subwoofer can work wonders in a small enclosure. If you have more space to work with, go for a 12-inch or larger woofer if you really want to pack on the bass. Due to the large box and high wattage requirements of 15s and 18s, multiple smaller subwoofers are the most efficient way to maximize your bass in terms of both space and power. Remember, these are just generalizations based on average subwoofer sizes. A well-designed 8-inch speaker can be capable of playing very low notes, and a cheap 15-inch woofer can have relatively low output. However, these are very useful guidelines when comparing different sized subwoofers in the same series. So, I hope that we made your next choice on a subwoofer a much easier experience. Again, this is Ricky from Sonic Electronics. Thanks for tuning in.